Newcomer, you should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the Jarl. My story? What a strange question. You presuppose that my life is a simple linear sequence of events which can be summed up in a verbal narrative? Well, that's nonsense, of course. First, most of it was so long ago I barely remember. Second, you would have to assume that the account I give you is biased heavily in my favor, and is therefore quite unreliable. And finally, my story is really much less interesting than this mysterious place. Now, do you have any sensible questions, or can I get back to work? Well, why didn't you say so? I researched Dwarven history and technology, and I'm originally from Kragenmoor in Morrowind. Any other questions? Well, the dwarves who built this city left inscriptions in the Citadel, which translate to, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." My research leads me to believe that if a single member of our community sins, it'll trigger an event, killing us all. I believe such an event occurred some years ago, which is why Metellus found the city littered with burnt corpses. But to this day, there are many questions we simply don't have answers for. How is the Dwarf's Law still being enforced? How does it work? And we may never know, as long as nobody attacks or steals from anybody else. Until we know more, we all need to be on our best behavior. Time travel. You know, as it happens, I do. It was a great obsession of mine for years after my wife passed. I thought if I could go back, I gave up on that idea a long time ago. But recently the Jarl has asked to see my research notes. How strange that you should now take an interest too. Can I ask what the nature of your interest is in this unusual subject? I don't quite know what to say to that. How can I put this charitably? Perhaps you're tired and emotional and need some rest. But I always enjoy discussing my theories with a receptive mind, so I'll humor you. What did you want to ask? For argument's sake, if you found yourself in that position, you'd have only two options: to live out your days in the past, or force a paradox. A paradox, you see, would involve changing the past so as to prevent the events which caused you to travel back in time in the first place. But you'd be taking a big risk by doing that. Who knows what the consequences would be? Some say that whatever you do, it will lead you right back to the future that took you back in time in the first place. An eternal loop, if you will. But me, I believe that creating a paradox should fling you back to your original time, having changed the past for you and everyone else. Well, let's say for argument's sake that you really have traveled here from the future. You could create a paradox in a few different ways. Essentially, you could do anything that would remove your means or motivation to return to the past. For example, you came here to achieve some goal. Achieving that goal would mean you will never have been motivated to come here. A paradox. Or, if the thing that allowed you to travel back in time is still here, as a past version of itself, you could simply destroy it, I suppose. That would mean, of course, that you will never have been able to travel back in time. Another paradox. But doing so could have terrible consequences. But if you really are from the future, as unlikely as that is, telling me or anybody else what happens next could have disastrous consequences too. I think it's best if we talk about something else. is the sun under the ground. Or at least that's how it's referred to in the Dwarven text we've managed to translate. I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea of how it works. But it seems to be giving us light and allowing us to grow crops, even under the ground. Of course, if it ever stops glowing, for whatever reason, we'll all be in quite a lot of trouble. But don't concern yourself with such dark thoughts. I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. Now that's an interesting question. I personally don't know any way out, no. However, I have a theory. It's more of a hypothesis, really. My thinking is that if there was a way out of here, the dwarves who built this place must have known about it. True, but we can learn all sorts of things about them from what they left behind. Inscriptions, architecture, relics, statues. And while I've discovered many things here, there are some parts of the city I haven't been able to get to. I'm most interested in the palace, above the lake. Unfortunately, it's sealed up tight. Only one man ever managed to enter, and he never came out. That was Narnabas, and we haven't heard from him in years. Strange fellow. I believe he was looking for the secrets of the dwarves too. If you could find a way in there, I'm sure it would tell us a great deal about this place. Who knows what secrets we could uncover. Very well. Come back if you think of any questions about something you discover.
Welcome, love. My story? Oh, not much to tell, love. I just work the land, make sure we've got enough food for everyone. Can't afford to run out here, you know? It's hard work. Probably harder than being Jarl, but I don't mind it. Keeps me active as I'm getting on a bit. And I sleep soundly every night. No, love. I don't think he works hard at all. And I'd say the same to his face if I ever saw him. But he's always hiding up there in his citadel, doing... You know what? I'm not even sure what he does. I know he doesn't keep order. We've got the dwarves' law for that. But live and let live, I say. Long as I have a roof over my head and food on my table, and good neighbors like Gulvar, I can't complain. Oh, come on, love. It's not that bad, is it? You've only just arrived. Why not give the place a chance before you go looking for a way out? Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm afraid I don't know if there's a way out or not. now that I think about it, you might want to talk to Degland over at the Honest Trader. Offered to sell me a way out a while back, but his price was steep. Up to you. Bye for now. Welcome, love.
Look, we're not supposed to talk to newcomers until they've seen the Jarl. I don't see why I should share it with you. So my wife disappears a couple of weeks ago, and now everybody thinks I know a way out of here. I wish you idiots would just leave me alone. Well, she's not here anymore. That's all I know. How should I know where she went? I woke up one morning and she was just gone. Didn't say goodbye, didn't take anything with her. And now you people won't stop harassing me, judging me, asking me questions like you think I had something to do with it. Well, I didn't. And nobody cares that I've lost my wife. They just love a bit of scandal, or to find out how they can get out of here too. You're all animals. I swear, I didn't hurt her. I would never. I love her. And if I'd known she was leaving, I would have gone with her. I honestly don't know anything. I keep going over it in my head. Did someone kill her? Surely that would have broken the dwarves' law. Maybe she went wandering into the underground tunnels, or into the palace, and never found her way out. But why would she leave in the night? Not that it's any of your business, but no, I don't think so. She was loyal, I think. She used to write me love letters. I still have one, somewhere. But even if she'd been seeing someone, she couldn't have kept it a secret in a place this small. Rustacia would have known about it for sure. All right. Please, let me know if you hear anything about Maisie.
Welcome, love.
I'm a little busy, but what do you need? Why, you think if you butter me up, I'll start making food for you? Well, fine. I was if I could. Haven't touched the stuff since. Still get the cravings. Sometimes I'd kill for one last bottle. But no point in thinking about it down here. Right.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
You must stop this from happening. You there. Where did you come from? Strange. It looks like you just came out of a yawl.
A what? Oh, I see. You're a little bit crazy. Well, you're in good company here, my friend. Lots of us weren't thinking straight when we arrived. It's the first day of last seed, I believe. I guess you hit your head pretty hard coming down the shaft, huh? It's the 194th year of the Fourth Era, of course. Look, you seem a little... you know. So I'll make this nice and simple for you. Live by our laws, and we'll all get along just fine. Don't hurt anyone, don't steal anything. Same as anywhere else. Only the punishment here is much, much worse. The Jarl can tell you more, and help you get settled in. Might even have some quarters for you. I can take you to him if you like. Suit yourself. You'll find him at the top of the Citadel. He's got the whole floor to himself. And if you have any questions about this place, I'd talk to Brol the Scholar. He seems to know a lot about a lot of things. We'll see you around.
Welcome, love. I'll be seeing you around, love.
Look, we're not supposed to talk to newcomers until they've seen the Jarl. All right. See you around.
Welcome to our city. I trust you've spoken with our Jarl. My story? Well, my name is Degland, and I'm a merchant, yeah? But people say to me, they find it surprising because I'm such an honest and trustworthy person. And sometimes you hear about your merchants who are, you know, dishonest. Well, I say to those people, I'm not like them. My father used to say to me, and I was, my friend, I was not only just a good boy, my friend, you're in luck. But I'll be honest with you, my friend. See, it's only gonna work for one person, yeah. I've been keeping it to myself, you know, thinking, maybe I'll need it myself. But I'm a reasonable guy, yeah. I reckon I could be, what's the word, persuaded? Persuaded to give it away for, say, 1,000 gold coins? My friend, I can tell you it involves magic. Very special and very rare magic. But I shouldn't say any more than that. I need to eat, you know. Well, I like you, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Business here, it's hard, you know. Really hard. I'm doing it tough, yeah? And if I don't have the coin to pay the Jarl, then I lose my shop. I'm out in the cold. I have no money and no food, yeah? What I'm saying is, I need the money, my friend. That's all I need. Fair enough. Oh yeah, have you thought about my special offer? That is a shame, my friend. But because I like you, I'm gonna keep it aside for you just in case you come into some money, alright?
Hi there. I'm Lukey. I'm what passes for an alchemist and healer around here. I'll be honest, I don't much care, but I wouldn't trust anyone else around here with the responsibility. And I guess somebody's gotta do it, right? Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like my neighbors. I don't like anyone. Stupid, untrustworthy, selfish, ugly creatures we humans are. But you know what? At least down here, people are on their best behavior most of the time. I mean, people are still bastards, but at least they have to be discreet about it. Nobody's openly violent, and nobody's ever stolen anything from me. There isn't one. This place is like a firefly trap. One way in, no way out. Could be worse, though. You could be living in bloody Skyrim. All right. See you soon, neighbor.
We can talk, but be quick. Domitus could be back any second. Alright, but we never had this chat, okay?
Sweetheart, we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other once you've spoken with the Jarl. You want to hear about little old me? Aren't you adorable? But wouldn't you rather hear what I know about everyone else around here? Go on. There's something creepy about Marius up in the Citadel. Plus, he never comes down to the tavern. And you just can't trust a man who doesn't drink. Nobody here locks their door, except the Jarl. I hear there's a locked room on the top floor of the Citadel, but nobody's seen what's inside. Take a good look. See anything you like? Have you seen Ragus walking around in that shiny armor of his all paranoid, like those dwarven statues are going to spring to life any minute? Only one way out of this city, but that just sits there, night after night. Poor guy. Wish I knew what happened. Did you know that beautiful palace above the lake is sealed? Brawl says the last person to go in there locked it behind him. I wonder what's in there. Did you notice the big crack in the floor near the city gate? They say some poor fool fell to his death trying to scale the front of the Citadel. Did you know there are tunnels running all the way under the city? Last one to go down there was Brandis, and it sent him to his deathbed. Oh, so soon? Well, you know where to find me, honey.
trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl. Name's Castellus Vitus, military engineer of the Imperial Legion. Out of action right now, but don't worry, I'm still in the service. What about you? Now that's just the sort of cowardly nonsense I'd expect from a Stormcloak sympathizer. Off with you then. Go on. No. No. I will tolerate your presence here, but that is a very different thing from friendship. Now I think we're done here. Don't you? I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl. If I did, I'd be up there, fighting the good fight for the Legion, and not stuck in this hole like an old bear during winter. Right you are.
New in town, huh? Better go and see the Jarl before you start any trouble. Get out of my face, milk drinker. My problem is that I'm the only one around here whose head isn't buried in the sand. That's my problem. I mean, everyone acts like nothing's wrong. But we're one stupid mistake away from being wiped out, like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming, whatever that is. And when it hits, it's every man for himself. You've been warned. I don't know, but did you ever get the feeling these statues are watching us? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it. If I did, I wouldn't be standing here listening to you. What about it? Not my problem. Nope. This is the only one like it in the whole city. It's not for sale. Oh, well in that case, you still can't have it. Let me be clear. The only way you'll get this armor is if you peel it from my corpse. Not going to happen, maggot. Because you know, and I know, that the first blow that gets landed is going to get us all killed. You're not that stupid. Uh-huh.
I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl.
Oh, I remember the time I met the Jarl. I was so nervous.
must stop this from happening.
You there? Where did you come from? What are you talking about? I've never met you. You're a strange one, aren't you? A what? It's the first day. I guess. Look, you don't have. The Jarl can tell you more and help you get settled in. And if you have any questions about this place, I talked to Broll the Scholar. He seems to know a lot about a lot of things. See you around.
I've been meaning to ask you, do you think it would break the dwarves' law if I,
Yes. Whatever you were thinking of doing, yes. If you have to ask whether something will break the dwarves' law, it probably will.
Oh, I bet you're a hit at parties. Speaking of which, will we see you at the tavern tonight?
Absolutely not. Same as always. Goodbye, Rastasia. And please, stay out of trouble.
I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl.
Ah, newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the Jarl. Ah, yes. Most dwarven armor you see these days is quite badly worn. But this piece is still perfect, after thousands of years. It also seems to have some magical properties. It should protect. It all but killed Brandis when he went down there. But he didn't have a full set. If you can get down there safely, let me know. Ah, yes, fascinating, isn't it? It seems to be right, but if the dwarves were able to access... So perhaps a full suit of dwarven armor would protect you. Not just any old dwarven armor, though. It would have to be in immaculate condition. Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions.
Welcome to our city. I've spoken with our Jarl. Ah, there she is. Such a pretty thing. The best words for you, my friend. All right. See you again soon, my friend.
Hi there.
Welcome, newcomer. I trust you've spoken with the Jarl already? I'm Habik. I live out back with my wife, Miranda. The Jarl needed someone to mind the store. So I volunteered. The Jarl says he likes to keep us busy and out of trouble. But of course, he and all his cronies in the Citadel never seem to lift a finger. I wish it was that simple. But with the dwarves' law, everybody here is terrified of doing anything wrong, in case it gets us all killed. The dwarves wrote, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." But we don't know what they meant by sin. Theft. Violence, probably. But maybe they meant all sorts of things, like dishonesty or disobedience to the Jarl. That's what Metella... So I could ignore his orders? Sure. I could even lead an uprising against him. Gods know most of us are sick of him, but I'd be risking the lives of everyone here, and I just don't want to be responsible for that. So here I am, running my shop. Could be worse. Don't be a fool. That sort of dangerous talk could get us all killed. If you don't believe me, go and talk to Broll. Dunmer fellow. Can't miss him. Our son was working at my stables outside the city. He was alone when he... This Imperial thought he'd just take one of the horses as a tithe. Guess he didn't think a 12... But Limar wouldn't stand for it. And as the thief rode off, my son managed to shoot an arrow into his shoulder. I came back from the market to find my son's body, trampled in the dirt. It was... I can't begin to describe it. I went straight to Torig's court instead, so we left. Wandered Skyrim, all right. No, I don't. But I'd wager that if anyone does know a way out, it's the Jarl. But of course, if he told anyone, he'd be ruling over only the finest clothes in town. All right, thanks for stopping by. Welcome, newcomer. I trust you've spoken with the Jarl already?
Welcome. Now, I trust you've had your chat with the Jarl. Me? I'm Vernon, your friend. Wait. Did you hear? Oh, no. Someone just slid another letter under my door. Could you... do me a favor and grab that before anyone else sees it? What did it say? Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. It's not as if I'm a vampire or a necromancer or anything. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. Hey, nothing gets by you, does it? Sorry, that was mean of me. Yes. I like men. And when you grow up in Windhelm like I did, you expect a bit of hostility. I saw enough friends attacked and driven away by angry Nords to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for... what was it? 20 years? Living in the barracks with a dozen other guardsmen, watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. And that's when I came clean. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground on the opposite corner of Skyrim, my openness didn't go well among the Nords of Windhelm. But at least down here, I get to be who I am. Or, at least, I thought that was the case. Perhaps I was wrong. No, I don't. I keep my personal affairs to myself, and I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. It wouldn't usually bother me. I have a thick skin, and I can handle myself in a fight better than most. But if these threats keep getting worse, eventually my secret admirer is going to get violent and break the dwarves' law. What? Really? I didn't expect that, but thanks. I'd start by working out who uses red ink or blood on their letters. Come back and let me know what you find. Any luck working out who my secret admirer is?
Foods, potions, all sorts of things.
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. That's about all I know. You should go and talk to... Well, come on back anytime you like.
What do you want? Bye.
You there. Come over here. What? That doesn't matter now. I don't have much time. I just need you to listen to me. The others, Stendar, he plants these images in my head. He shows me secrets. Made me come here. Something terrifying. Deep in the earth beneath the city. Powerful. And evil. I went down into the tunnels to destroy it. But the energy, it seeps into your bones. Please. Please, you must find a way to get down there. And finish what
I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl.
Newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the Jarl. Fair. Come back if you think...
Welcome. We'll talk more once you've spoken with the Jarl. Oh, there's not much to tell. My husband Habik runs the clothing store in town. You should stop by. I'm sure you'll leave looking much... not that you don't look good now, I mean. It's just... you know, nice. I guess that's why they've got me sweeping the floors, day in, day out. Did you see anyone working in the Citadel? I'll bet you didn't. They just amuse themselves all day while those of us down here do all the work. And why? Because Habik's a Redguard and I'm a Breton. The worst part is we left Solitude to get away from bigoted Nords after our son died. But here the Imperials are even worse. Of course. Oh. No offense, but I'd rather not talk about it. But if you're interested, you can talk to my husband, Habik, in his shop, Firefly Finery. What would we do? Start a rebellion? No way. Not after the dwarves' warning. You know, I'd be a fool not to. If you're not convinced, you should go and talk to Brohl in his chambers. He knows more about the dwarves than anyone. All right. If I did, Habik and I probably wouldn't be here. But Ulrin's wife managed to escape a while back. He doesn't like to talk about it, but you might be able to... Nice to talk to you. See you soon.
working out who my secret admirer is. Rikus? The big, crazy Nord who walks around with his weapon drawn? Of all the people it could have been, he's the most terrifying. Oh, alright. Well, see what you can do. I think it would only inflame things if I speak of him myself. What about him? Oh, alright. Well, see what you can do. I think it would only inflame things if I speak of him myself.
Yes, my friend. Until next time.
Oh, I remember the first time I met the Jarl. I was... Oh my, it's very nice of you to take an interest in my life, dear. Really? Well, cleanliness is next to godliness, or so they say. It's not very inspiring. Oh, you haven't met him yet. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll introduce himself to you sooner or later. He's home. I feel sorry for him. I think most of us do. But ever since his brother died, he's been obsessing over some long-lost treasure. The Jarl decided because he can't work, he doesn't deserve to live in a house like the rest of us. But don't let him drag you into it. I'm quite sure it's imaginary. A great loss can do terrible things to a person's mind. Well, anyway, that's about all there is about me to tell. Well, the most important thing in my life is prayer. So let me ask you, have you... Oh, I see how it is. Well, there may not be... I'm afraid not, dear. Oh, well, goodbye.
What do you want? Yeah? So what? What are you gonna do about it? And why should I? Do you know what he is? His presence here is going to break the dwarves' law and get us all killed. Maybe they haven't worked it out yet, but they will. Now take your stupid arguments and get lost. Yeah? What are you going to do to stop me? You mages are crazy. Alright, point taken. I mean, not point taken as in... You know, I'm not... I'll leave him alone. But keep your damn magic away from me too, got it? What do you want? Bye.
Welcome. I trust you've spoken with the Jarl already. Welcome, newcomer. Trust you've spoken with the Jarl already?
We're not supposed to talk to new people till they've seen the Jarl. My what? My story? Oh, do you want to hear about me? I came here with my brother Harable. He used to look after me, and he said he always would, but then he died. Now, no, I'm not very good at remembering things. Sometimes I forget, so I need help. Oh, Harable said I should only tell someone I trust, only someone I know. A way out? Oh, no, I can't leave. I need to find Harable's treasure first. Oh, all right. Oh. Hello? Oh, hello? Bye-bye.
Hi there! Welcome to our city. Please, come down and say hello once you've spoken with the Jarl. I'm a Breton from High Rock. I've studied history at the Imperial City, which led me to Skyrim in search of Dormer ruins. And now I'm here. Some days I just can't believe my luck. I feel like we're on the brink of... I could, but Brawl knows much more than I do. You should really talk to him. Ask him any question you have. A way out of here? Are you kidding? Now that you mentioned it, I do. There's a big Nord living down in the city called Rikus. I need that armor. It's the only one like... The trouble is, before I could get a good look at it, that brute I've tried everything. Appeals to his better nature, flattery. The only thing I haven't tried is violence. And you know how that would end. But I'm convinced there's a way to get it. There has to be. Oh my! You've got it already? That is amazing! How did you... Well, it confirmed my suspicion that this armor will help you withstand... But I'm afraid it won't be enough. You'll need a full set of it. Helm, gauntlets, and boots. I'm afraid I don't even know where to begin looking. But perhaps Bro will know more about the whereabouts of the other pieces. That's fine. I've got a lot of reading to do if I'm going to know half as much as Bro one day.
The Jarl has asked that we newcomers to his quarters on the
Look, we're not supposed to talk to newcomers until they've seen the Jarl. Yes, it is. Where did you find it? A skeever? You mean she's dead? Oh, gods. She's dead, isn't she? I need to see her. One last time. Can you show me? Oh, yes, of course. Maybe it's best if I don't. Please, at least tell me how she died. Do you think the skeever killed her, or did it get to her after she was already dead? No way of knowing. Gods, this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I think I need to be alone now. Look, we're not supposed to talk to newcomers until they've seen the Jarl. See you later.
Sweetheart, well... Oh, it's you. Hello again. Come and visit me again anytime, like.
Oh, hello there, dear. New in town?
Newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the Jarl. Ah, yes. Most dwarven are. It also seems to have some magical prop. It all but killed Brandis when he went down there. But he didn't have a full set. If you can get down there safely, let me know what you discover. Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions.
must stop this from happening.
Oh no!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
You must stop this from happening.
You there. Where did you come from?
What are you talking about? You're right. Is that some kind of sorcerer? Well... don't want any trouble. Let me get out of your way. Let's forget this happened, shall we?
Welcome. We'll talk more once you've spoken with the Jarl.
Wait, are you wearing... Strange. You're wearing the same armor as me. I mean, it's exactly the same.
Ah, newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the... Ah, newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known.
Welcome to our city. I trust you've spoken with our Jarl. The best words for you, my friend. Until next time.
Oh, I remember the first time I met the Jarl. I was so nervous. See you another time, then.